Hello, good morning, and welcome to your own phone. When you look at how much screen time you've used today, at least this few minutes has been well spent on learning simple messages about love, compassion, and kindness from the YouTuber's best friend, Dr. John Gottman. Man is always coming up with some semi-scientific data about how being damn decent and kind is better for everyone. Dr. John Gottman is able to predict with 94% certainty which couples will stay together based on this simple fact. How compassionate and kind are they to one another? Compassion and kindness are the answer. Why might that be? Why would being compassionate, considering the feelings of others, being kind, taking action to ensure the happiness and comfort of others, why would that be a successful technique for living? What do you think compassion and kindness look like neurologically? What do you think they look like in terms of gut and heart health? What type of hormonal reactions might kindness and compassion fire up? What frequency, inner and outer, may they align us with? Is it possible that the tendency of the universe is oneness, that all apparent separation is occurring within a divine oneness? And if we can practice with compassion and kindness, the not approximation, but the moving towards oneness. What is love other than an openness to unity, a moving towards oneness? If we practice that, if we recognize it, if we realize it, then we are in tune with a frequency that is truer than material separation. Perhaps you live in the world of objects. I know I do. I've got a car, for example. I used to own a pair of shoes. But when I prioritize these material objects or even objects of the mind, like my self image, above the idea of oneness and service, I experience unhappiness. At all times, in all moments, I am given the opportunity to live in appreciation and kindness and service of what I call God. You might not call it God, you might be an atheist. Then you can just call it humanitarianism or love, even. You don't need to get caught up too much in language. It's only of limited benefit. So, what has our friend Dr. Gottman got to say to us today? If you want a stable, healthy relationship, exercise kindness early and often. Kindness. Sweet lady kindness. But I don't reckon this just applies in intimate relationships. Try it all the time. Try when walking down the street, looking at every single person and thinking of the suffering that they've endured. Think that behind their eyes is a consciousness just like your consciousness in pain. Think about it with people that you actually have enmity towards, people that you struggle with, people that you feel have victimized you or subjugated you or controlled you. Think about people in public life that you may not like. Say, for example, you dislike Jeremy Corbyn, or you dislike Boris Johnson, or you dislike Donald Trump or Nancy Pelosi. Think of them too as humans, just like you. Oh, is this too simplistic, this hippie bullshit? No, 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 no. We are returning to deep universal truths. What do you want? Intellectual convolutedness? What do you want? Great pirouations of epistemology, losing yourself in political analogy? What's the point in that? Human beings, born but will die, made of cells, cells continually dying, being replaced, held together by some unknowable morphic field, suspending our beingness in space. Perhaps in love, we can reach beyond the material realities and into a deeper, more true reality, a reality that is referenced in all theology and amongst Hindu and Vedic communities is known simply as the unified field, the oneness. Love and compassion can return us to the oneness in the self. Who wants to be conflicted and turned against yourself? Who wants to be in opposition in relationship? Temporary buzz of aggression when you jump out of a car at traffic to confront someone soon returns to gloom and shame, don't it? For you, the answer is love and kindness. Try and find people each day with whom you can practice this. When you inevitably notice yourself being irritated by people, full of anxiety, fear, and the desire to dominate or depend, recognize that none of these techniques will work for you anymore. That only love, unity, compassion, and kindness will work. Let me know how these experiments go when you every day try to do one thing for another person that's kind and not get found out. You know my crazy idea about paying someone else's parking ticket for them if you can afford it, and they'll never get any thanks for it. They'll never know you did it. They'll never even know they got a parking ticket. If you just took a parking ticket, paid it, and then threw it away, wouldn't that be a crazy thing to do? Who are you then? Who are you if you start doing things like that? Who are you if you live in silent kindness and compassion to the world? You are free. You are liberated from these rules that are tyrannizing you. Otherwise, we've got no choice but to get another pair of sneakers, new kicks to make you feel more slick. Otherwise, we've got no choice but to get a more beautiful boyfriend or a more fantastic car. How will we ever be free if we anchor ourselves to the temporal, that which is ever changing, ever dying, ever morphing into whatever is beyond the world of form? Only by accessing this formless world through compassion and love can we ever be free. That's just some stuff I reckon. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, you might like to watch a video on friendship. If you like, we can't get people to watch videos on friendship. No one cares. People care more about things like depression and happiness, don't they? What, darling, they like friendship. If you like friendship, watch a video on friendship. Get yourself some friends. Have some mates. I'm lonely. We're all lonely, darling. Get out there and belong to some group. I don't like myself. None of us like ourselves, darling. Self's an illusion. How can you like an illusion unless it's covered in sugar? You watch these additional videos. You'll get out there and improve yourself. I believe in you, so you believe in you too.